Okay, but even in talking about the attributes of God, that's one of the things we got to talk about, because here's the question. God freely decided, he chose to create this world. And he, because he does have all knowledge, he knew in advance it would turn against him and would bring upon itself and others untold human misery and woe, the stuff that we don't like. He knew that in advance before he created. People say, then why did he create? There's got to be a really good reason here, Norman.
No pain, no gain. God knew in advance that evil would come. He also knew in advance that he could bring a greater good out of it. You remember what Joseph said to his brothers in Genesis 50, verse 20. You meant it for evil, meant it for good. And they were saved as a result of that tragedy. God permits evil in order to produce a greater good.
But for the guy that's on his hospital bed that has had an accident or has just found out he's got cancer, to say no pain, no gain doesn't take him very far. What else can you say to him?
Well, you can say to him, no suffering seems good for the present, Hebrews 12:11. You can say to him, 2 Corinthians 4:16, our light affliction, which is but for a moment, works for us a far more exceeding and greater weight of glory. Of course it isn't good, it doesn't seem good, and it feels painful. That's the whole point. There's no other way to accomplish it. You can't get to the promised land without going through the wilderness. Christians are like tea. Their real strength comes out when they get in hot water. And God has to let us get in the hot water in order to produce, because Romans 5 says, no tribulation,